Okay, today we are going to talk about the overview. In IELTS writing module, there are two tasks, task 1 and task 2. Task 1 is based on report writing and task 2 is based on essay writing. In IELTS writing module, task 1 is report writing. You will write a report on 50 words up to 170 words just in 20 minutes. Got it? Now, yesterday we were talking about that I will write a report or you will write a report where the report has a trend. Maybe you can find that the report is based on comparison. Maybe you are reporting something which shows the process. A type of process from start to end will be there. Now in IELTS writing task 1, report writing, which is based on a trend. So I will look for a trend where I can write a report. I will look for comparison. The horse and the other animal, the car or the motorcycle, it has a comparison. So I will look for that comparison, and then how a cup of tea is made or how electricity is made. I will also search for a process like this. How biscuits are made, how pizzas are made, which kind of step is in preparation of pizza is. And in the process, comparison and trend, I have to find out some sources. Where can I find the trend? Where can I find the comparison? Where can I find the process so that I can report? So there are sources: bar graph, line graph, pie chart, table, map and diagram. These are the sources where I can find the trend in these sources. I can find the comparison in these sources, and I can find the process from these sources. For example, I'm looking to a picture, a diagram, which is based on how a cup of tea is made. I am trying to report a diagram which is based on electricity production, how electricity is produced. This is the form of process. Got it?
Yes.
For example, in the cricket, I want to see the bar graph, to know which player is very good in the history and which player is in trending. So I will try to find out the trend in the bar so that I may report. I have got a trend also. I have got the source from this bar graph and line graph. Now I have already collected the information. I have to write it. And this writing needs a structure. So the structure of report writing, here you can see the structure of report writing or reporting. Now the structure of report writing is based on 3 paragraphs. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3. Paragraph 1 is all about the introduction. We did it yesterday. Now today we will be talking about the second paragraph, which is called overview. Now today we will be talking about the overview. When we write the overview, there is a special vocabulary and structure that you should keep in mind. To look, when the examiner looks to it, he or she can provide you a very good balance. And he or she will think that that's the excellent writing. So, how would you produce? You will produce in a way, overall what stands out from the bar graph, line graph, pie chart, process map is that there is a significant increase. You will use this type of vocabulary. This is called IELTS vocabulary. There is a significant increase, means strong increase. Then you will use the transition word of difference, while. If you are making two ideas different, you will use transition word of difference. One is, if you have two ideas like this, you can make some difference in both of them. In the middle of it, you will use transition word of difference. So, why are you using transition word of difference? I will explain it later on. Now, overall, what starts out from the bar graph is that there is a significant increase while there is a considerable fall in the dash. Now, while we are using the significant increase and considerable fall, let's talk about the overview in detail. What is meant by overview? You can see here the trend and the comparison. What is meant by overview? Overview means overall description. For example, someone is talking about the mobile phone, that mobile phone is good and bad. Some people say, some people do not say, some people agree, some people disagree. But finally, the mobile phone overall has two options, good and bad. That's it. So over here, in the overview, if the overview is in bar graph, if the overview is in line graph, pie chart, table, map or diagram, you will produce what? You will look the variable in the overview. Overview means increase and decrease. Only two things you will explain in the overview: highest point and lowest point, fastest, lowest. Only two categories you will talk about in the overview. In the overview, you will mention the increase and the decrease, and you always have variables. For example, a person is selling various type of bakeries. Got it? For example, cake and chocolates or donuts. So you will notice that donuts has got highest increase or chocolate has got. So for example, the donuts has highest value and the chocolate has lowest. So you will mention the highest and lowest. That's it. And in the middle of it, you will write transition word of difference. Why? Horse number A and horse number B. Horse number B has fastest speed, and horse number B has lowest or slowest speed. So you will mention the highest speed and you will mention the lowest or the slowest speed. When you are describing the highest, you will put the transition word of difference while then you will put the lowest. Same is the case in comparison. Overview in comparison. You will notice down the highest and the lowest. Highest, increase, went up. You know, the one which is in progression and the one which is down. You will mention the highest and lowest, both of them, and then you will compare. If the overview is in comparison, at the end you will compare that why the value is increased and why the value was decreased. You will mention that only. But you have to put whereas or why over here as well. Got it? Next, overview in process is a bit different. You see here, overview in process is a bit different. We have already mentioned here, in the process we have map and diagram. So you can see here, in the map, describe main changes in the overview. How would you mention? From this changes to final changes. You will not mention each and every point. First point and then main changes. Main changes. You will leave the minute changes. You will not mention that. Because the minute changes you will mention in details here. In overview, big changes, majority. Then map, and then is another one is diagram. How would you write the overview of diagram? You will see here, in the diagram there are two types of diagram. One diagram has numbers, steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the other diagram type we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will say firstly, secondly, next to, and then final. So we will mention the steps. First steps, which is started from the first step, started from this and then ends on this step. You will not mention each and everything. For example, a cup of tea is made through 24 or 30 steps. So the final step, the first step, and then second step, and then I would say that, and then the final step, a cup of tea is in your hand. That's it. Because I'm sharing the overall overview or the overall progress. Got it?
Yes.
This is called overview in trend, comparison, and process. How would you write it? Now this is the question. You can write here, overall what stands out from the bar graph is that there is a significant increase. Here is a significant increase. While there is a considerable decrease or fall in the dash. Got it?
Yes.
Overall, what stands out from the graph is that if you have bar graph, then you will write here bar graph. If you have line graph, you will write line graph. If you have pie chart, you can mention pie chart. Then table, map, and diagram. Got it?
Yes.
Any question?
No, sir.
Let's come back to the question, the book, IELTS Writing Advantage. Leave the writing, you will write it later on, okay? Just focus here. How would you write the overview? You see here, in the paragraph 2 of your task answer, you need to write a general overview of the main trends. And most important information in the graph. Don't write any numbers or percentage in this paragraph. You should not write percentage or number in the overview. Keep this thing in mind. Now look at the graph about bakeries on page 79. Discuss the question. What was the general trend of earning? What were the most popular bakery? And is there anything else you can talk about? So you will talk about two things. Highest, lowest. Fastest, slowest.
Increased. Yes.
Got it? Yes. Now section 2. Match the two holes of these phrases for describing general trend. There was a significant upward trend in the income of Burnie bonds. Burnie bond has got significant trend, means highest value. There the earning of Lovely saw a considerable fall over the period. Considerable fall over the period. And the income of Burnie bonds fluctuated significantly over the period. Fluctuated means goes up, then down, then goes up, then down. And the income of Robbie's Bakery witnessed a dramatic increase. Dramatic increase, fully increase. So this vocabulary, you have to focus on it and you will use in the vocabulary. Read this overview and find synonym below. Now read this vocabulary. Overall, what stands out from the bar graph is that there were considerable upward trend in the income of both Robbie's and Burnie bonds. If you have 2 or 4 or 5 or 6 variables, you will write here Burnie bonds, comma, Robbie's Bakery, comma, C bakeries, comma, D bakeries, comma, 5 bakeries, comma, and 7 bakeries. For example, 5 things has got improvement. So you will note down 1, 2, 3 and 4, While 2 bakeries got downfall, or 2 cars speed downfall, slowest speed. So you will mention whereas or while the earning of lovely loaf saw a substantial fall over the period in the question. That's it. Okay, let's move on to the model writing. Model answer of graph with a trend. Overall, what stands out from the graph is that there were considerable upward trend in the income of both Bernie Buns and Robbie's Bakery. That is true, that is why they have written both. While the earning of Lovely Loaf saw a considerable fall over the period in the question. You will not write another interesting information. Don't write it. Got it? This is called overview and trend. You can search in the home about the overview and comparison. You see here, Japan did not dish Ethiopia, taking home 9 compared to Ethiopian state. The USA won 48 gold medals, but this was now where near China won. So this also has words, you can practice it on the book. Describing numbers, how would you describe the numbers? You see, describing percentage, how would you describe the percentage? Now, you can see here the comparative graphs. Overall, it can be seen that Bernie Buns is generally the busiest bakery, outselling Lovely Loaves in 6 out of 8 items. Lovely Loaf, 8 of 8 items. On the whole, savory foods such as toasted sandwiches, rolls are not popular sweets. That's it. Popular sweets and not popular sweets. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Then there is a map. The map has its own overview. In general, it appears that their costly has become a much more modern city with a far more shopping and transport facilities. That's it. Before the map, there was no such thing, but now the map has increased its components, such as hotels, restaurants, and schools.
Manuals.
Yes, main changes. And here is diagram. Diagram is up. You can mention the diagram as I told you here. Steps. If the diagram include the step, you can write from step 1 how electricity is made through step 20. If the steps were not mentioned, you can write the map of the diagram is based on how electricity made from a start, next, middle, and then till the end how electricity is made. That's it. Any question?
No.
Now you can write and we will discuss it more in detail, inshallah. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you can write.